You know what the best part about it being really sunny and clear out is? That, yes, I have made this joke before, but I swear the um the sun just gets me like right here. It's actually kind of nice and makes the ambiance of the video more aesthetically pleasing. I'm using a lot of big words. It's too early for big words. What are you doing? Um it never hurts to utilize a vast vocabulary if you have it. Um, yeah, now I'm just being silly. Good morning, happy Sunday, everybody. It is, nice, quiet Sunday morning. As I said, I was gonna go up to the lake yesterday, and I did. You know, excuse me. I, got to tan a little bit, and yeah, I stayed in, had a nice steak dinner, which was nice. We had New York strips, which it's the New York strip. We can't go wrong. Not quite as good as a ribeye, but what can you do? So yep. Now I'm just back home, relaxing. Probably going to take a nice little kitty cat nap. Later at some point today. I like calling it that. I like calling it the kitty cat nap because, it just sounds so innocent when you say it like that. I don't know why. Um, let's see. So, actually, not a lot. Like really. Here's the thing. When I was up at Cuca Lake yesterday, it was nice and it was sunny, but man, it was windy. Like it was so incredibly windy that my father and I were working the grill for the steaks last night, and it was so because any good cook knows that if you're going to grill steaks, you got to season both sides, right? It was so incredibly windy, the spices I was putting on the steaks were blowing away. And we just got the simple, salt, pepper, garlic powder, simple steaks. And in spite of the fact it was blown away due to the wind, some of it ended up getting on the steaks, and they turned out really good. So, yeah, it was a steak, some garlic bread, and corn on the cob. So that was lovely. And then we had a nice dessert of cookies, but not just any cookies. The cookies are from a local supermarket near where I grew up called Meniere's, which is also, I think it's about time to talk about Meniere's because that really is a special place in the hearts of anyone from Big Flats. But Meniere's, well, I just said, is a supermarket, but it's one of those supermarkets that overlooks a big plaza, hence why it's called, Meniere's Plaza. And, it's not like it's not like your typical big market sort of places like Wegmans or Tops. And they don't really offer a lot of, like, volume like Walmart or Sam's Club. But, the produce is always good. It's one of those special supermarkets where, they have a delicatessen. They have, like fresh hot lunch every day. They have a butchery in the back of the store. So, if you order some sort of meat product, they can get it ready for you. Uh, but, you have your typical supermarket aisles. You have one dedicated for bread, one dedicated for, beverages, one for snacks, one for, produce, one for, condiments, salad stuff, you name it, they do have it. Not everything, obviously. You're not going to go to Meniere's looking for, like I don't know, uh, I can't even think of an example. But the point is, it's a pretty good place, really good supermarket, and like any good, place that does serve food, like hot food, they do have fish fry on Fridays, which actually, seriously, if you're a good Catholic boy during Lent, fish from Meniere's is a godsend. It is. I really, that's always nice. And, I mentioned that, Meniere's is a plaza, so there are other things they have. Yeah. In fact, next door to Meniere's is one of the, picnic pizza places. Wow, that's a bit of a tongue twister, isn't it? Yeah, so there are three places that the Picnic Pizza has. It's the one in Meniere's Plaza in Big Flats, Jubilee Plaza in Horseheads, and one more location in the Arnott Mall. So three. And so, that's always really good, In fact, full disclosure, Picnic Pizza was the first time I ever had wings. Yeah. So, I mean, I meant, like, way back when I did that pizza video, like, gosh, it's like in the first, like, 100 videos I did that video. Excuse me, we went to bed pretty late. I left the lake pretty late last night, though. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Darn it, what was I gonna say? I'm so sorry. Yeah, I was talking about picking pizza. So, again, I can still picture, growing up at home, my father on Friday nights, if, mom was working, he would order, picnic pizza and wings, nothing, can't go wrong with the wings. And it was always funny because, I mean, even growing up, I ate a lot, but I always have like 2 or 3 slices of pizza and like 5 wings, which, is good. And growing up, my mom didn't really want us to have soda that often, so, we would start out with like a glass of milk, right? For dinner. And after we had, then we can have soda, but we couldn't have a whole can of ourselves. So instead, our father would, pour his soda, usually either Coke or Pepsi, into our glasses, which, if you mix milk with soda, it gets all nasty looking and foamy. And well, it wasn't like completely, like, there was like, essentially the glass was empty before, my father would put some soda in there. But, you can't, I mean, when you drink anything, there's going to be, a couple drops left or whatever. So that's what I'm trying to get at. So, yeah, we had, so there's that. We had, pizza and wings. And again, I was really picky about what I ate. Like, for the sake of, politeness, excuse me. For the sake of politeness, I would try not to really have, as many, actually, that's not right. And just that, I'm saying something completely wrong right now. What I'm trying to get at is, whenever I did have my 5 wings, I don't know why, I never meant for this to happen, but they would always be like 2 drumettes and 3 flats. And I always thought the flats looked better, and so those are the ones I saved for last, because at this point, you guys know me, you guys know I'm all about escalation, and you definitely want to save the best for the end, because, let's say that the beginning really wasn't that great, a better ending could, make the experience, better than it would have been. So, that, just messed up my hair right there, darn it. There we go. So, yeah, there was Picnic Pizza, Meniere's Plaza. There's Recording Credit Union, kind of like a bank. A nail salon and a hairdressery. Is that what it's called? Hairdresser? Well, actually, the nail salon. Oh, yeah, it was I really don't know because like growing up originally. Um, Actually, no, I'll get to that in a second. Um, the hair salon was always there, and it wasn't until I was about maybe sixth or seventh grade that's when consistently my mother would take my brother and I to get our haircuts there. Because for the longest time, we'd go to this one place in Corning, and then we would go to this one place at the Ardent Mall, and then we would go to, Sheer Knowledge, and I've been going to Sheer Knowledge ever since. Yeah, I had different, you know, barber from, when I started going there to who I have now. And, I never had a bad haircut since, so that's always good. Now, next door to that was, now it's a Chinese food place. Yeah, so it's called a Shanghai Express. It's really good Chinese food. Originally, though, it was a video store. And before anyone makes any sort of accusations, the video store went out of business long before Netflix existed. So don't go thinking that it's like a Blockbuster situation. No, it really was the fact that, like the video store was like gone before Netflix existed. And, we'd rent like movies a lot. That was always fun from there. And this is gonna sound silly, but I think the movie I rented the most, just because I really did like it then, and in a way I do still kind of like it now. I mean, it's not a really great movie, but it's at least it tried to be good with source material outside of the fact it's PG-13. The movie I easily rented the most was Mortal Kombat. It was the original Mortal Kombat movie with Christopher Lambert as Raiden, and I can't think of any other actors that are in that movie. But yeah, it was that's the movie I rented the most, and I know it's really not very good. In fact, if I know for a fact if a movie's on, I know for fact, if I know that a bad movie is on, and I know for a fact it's bad, I'm going to avoid it. But looking back at it, there are some good things in that movie. I certainly wouldn't not recommend it. So, there's that. And the last place is a bit of a mixed bag. That's next to Shanghai Express, where you get, Chinese. Originally it used to be a drugstore called Eckerd's, but that place no longer is in business anymore. And now, for the life of me, that place has gone through so long without really having an owner or store building in there that for the life of me, I can't really, I don't even know what's there now. So, yeah, that's every place that's in, Meniere's Plaza. Overall, it's a place where, I've been to a lot, definitely has a special place in my heart. So if you guys in the Big Flats area and, for whatever reason need groceries, Meniere's is gonna be right there. Although the only real problem with, Meniere's location is, well, conveniently, it is off of the highway, so there's that. You can literally get off the highway and just head to Meniere's almost immediately. But there's no but say you were like a traveling guest at like a hotel or whatever, there really isn't any hotels nearby that you would need to go to Meniere's for groceries for whatever reason. So, take that what you will. But that really is, minor. Overall, I can still look back and think of all the good stuff that Meniere's has, and definitely won't be very long until I go back again. Although I can tell you that it will be over 24 hours until the next video. So, like, favorite, share, hit that subscribe button, follow me on the social media platforms. I am humbled I made this video for all of you guys to watch and enjoy for today. I'm hoping we all have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Now enjoy the nice weather. It's going to be like 80 today, which is going to be awesome. And remember, if you guys want a taco channel, is going to be here to lend an ear. And I'll always have your back. Take care and make good choices.